This is Grow Omaha Uncut, where you can watch our radio show, including what goes on in the commercial breaks. And be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Well, good morning and welcome to the show. Jeff Beals here at your service. We are broadcasting live from the KFAB studio high above Underwood Avenue, beautiful downtown Dundee. Thank you for joining us. No other show in the metro area or the world, for that matter, talks about the growth and development of Omaha like we do. Construction, real estate, business expansion. We love talking about new restaurants and retailers, and we're glad that you're going to be a part of it. Big shout out to our sponsors. They are Cheer Athletics, the nation's #1 all-star cheer gym, along with Dingman's Collision Center, 4 metro area locations taking care of auto body needs and even mechanical needs. Without any further ado, time to bring on my co-host, a man who is a legendary real estate deal maker in the flesh from NAI NP Dodge, Trenton Magid.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Jeff. I am wearing clothes.
Thank you. And we are very excited today to announce we have a Grow Omaha Eats restaurant review, which is, as always, written by Chris Corey, our outstanding restaurant reviewer, and brought to you by Almix, the legendary office equipment and technology office furniture store, 25th and Farnham, with other locations in surrounding communities. At any rate, this week, Chris reviews Maza, which is the new Mediterranean restaurant in Midtown Crossing. It is located where Sofra Kitchen used to be, right there on Farnham Street. And Trenton, the review is very positive, and it sounds like this is one restaurant that you and I both need to put on our list.
Yeah, I can't wait to go down there. They've had some good restaurants done at Midtown Crossing, and love Pickleman's, and there's other, they try new things every once in a while, and it's a nice gathering spot.
I've got my own restaurant review this week.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, it's Trax Lounge West. They just opened on Wednesday, and I've already been there. Trax Lounge West. This is southwest of 180th and Q Street. Of course, the original is on 60th Street, just east of Exarban.
Still going.
And that's been there 60 years. At any rate, very, very good. It's a lot more open and, newer than the old one, but same delicious fried chicken, and I'd recommend it.
Sounds like fried chicken is really, it's never gone away, but it's like gourmet fried chicken is a real popular thing. I shouldn't say this because I'll never get a reservation, but Finicky Frank's, I think it's Saturday nights, but over near Ponca on I-680, Finicky Frank's, one night a week does a fried chicken that's amazing.
Well, you can read Chris's review of Maza in Midtown Crossing by going to growomaha.com, clicking on reviews on the navigation bar, and then going to Eats, E-A-T-S. And while you're there, not only read Maza, you can see every single review we have done since we started reviewing restaurants many, many years ago. Well, without any further ado, we are now going to go into our news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com. They are the company you want to have right at the tip of your finger and at the tip of your tongue and the front of your mind when it comes time to buy a new house. It's a big deal. 99% of us need to get a loan when we buy a house, and you want Eagle Mortgage. Talk to them early in the process, though. Holly Schneidwin and her team will really coach you through it. And remember, Eagle Mortgage is not a bank. As a mortgage broker, they shop the banks on your behalf to get you the best deal. And you can find them at 114th and Davenport or online at eaglemortgagecompany.com. Well, Trenton, first up, news of the week. There's been talk about the Veterans Hospital. The building at 42nd and Center is 75 years old now, which is hard to believe.
So what did the private-public partnership do? A bunch of Omahans got together. They built something big over the last 10 years.
Let's get to that here in a moment, but I do want to let everyone know that a replacement hospital is now on the 5-year development plan. And what that means is the VA is, I don't think it's quite like double secret probation in Animal House, but
right.
It means that we're really taking this seriously now, but it probably is going to take a lot more than 5 years. But basically, according to Senator Deb Fischer from Nebraska, she said this is, quote, locked in now that you're on this plan. Now, her press release said about 5 to 7 years for the total process. I would guess it's probably going to take more, but we'll see. It's one of 8 VAs that were put on this list, along with Atlanta, Manchester, New Hampshire, New York City, Nashville, Philadelphia, Raleigh, Durham, and Washington, D.C. So there are a lot of them. But my understanding is this would probably be about a $1.5 to $2 billion project. So a couple questions. One, what you just asked, that was
hospital, or was that medical office building?
Yeah, and some support stuff related. There were buildings. They were buildings right to the north of the existing VA hospital. But the question is, if when this thing goes through, do they build it on the same site? Do they build it elsewhere? And if they do build it elsewhere, would they build it right next to, attached to, or part of the Nebraska Medicine Hospital at UNMC? Because there had been talk about that in the past.
And now that they have this beautiful other buildings that were built, if they don't build it next door, that's kind of strange too. Yeah,
what would you do with those? And then, and if you did move it, what on earth would you do with that hulking building that's right there? I mean, you could probably, I don't know, do you turn it into like world's biggest retirement home, a nursing care facility? I don't know. I mean, I'm actually kind of serious.
Well, I shouldn't say this because it's a historic shopping center, and we happen to manage the property for a great client within NP Dodge. But the Center Mall has been there a long time.
I love the Center Mall. I have good memories of when I was a kid there.
Yes, but it's more of an office building and different stuff right now. But and I don't know if it gives enough land for what they want to do, but that could create a little node there to kind of expand more medical. It would be expensive to take it down, and I apologize to the owner and the managers. But
if the price is right, someone might be pretty happy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's what what do you do with old shopping centers? And that John Wiebe, who's a legend in commercial real estate, but also in other engineering and things like that, he built that, and a lot of people consider that the first enclosed mall. Brandeis was the anchor. It didn't have 2 anchors, so some people will say that doesn't count as far as the first enclosed mall in America.
Well, Omaha ranks number 3 on the list of best U.S. cities for work, life, and mental health balance, according to a study conducted by Co-working Cafe. This is their 3rd annual ranking of this. It analyzes 100 major cities across metrics like work hours, remote flexibility, commute times, healthcare access, affordability, green space, and more. We performed very well. Like I said, Omaha number 3 out of 100 cities. Apparently, if you really want to have good work and mental health life balance, you should live in the frozen tundra of Minnesota, because Minneapolis was ranked number 1 and next door neighbor St. Paul was ranked number 2. But fear not, Nebraska fared very well. In addition to Omaha being 3, Lincoln came in at 6. And other than Minnesota, we were the only state to have 2 cities in the top 10. So you're just fine living here, folks.
I'm guessing it was a publication based in the Twin Cities?
I don't believe so. I think this is legit, straight up, honest, analytical, non-biased research.
And they visited Minnesota in this summer.
So we had some things that really worked in our favor. Commute times were big for us. We were the 8th fastest city for getting to work out of the 100 largest cities in America. So when you're griping about traffic, God, I hate that West Dodge Expressway, darn that JFK freeway, just remember there are 92 cities that would trade places with you.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people in our country that they protest things. They don't have things to compare them to. So we have great things here, and people say, well, I don't like this, or my commute's too long, or this is that. But they really need to go to those places and experience them for themselves so they have something to compare them to.
Premier Nebraska Volleyball's future training facility is framed and partially enclosed. Construction coming along nicely in the Gretna Landing development northwest of 192nd and Highway 370 in Sarpy County. Premier Nebraska, which is one of the highest-ranked volleyball clubs in America, actually teaming up with Los Angeles-based League One Volleyball, which has the Love Bee Omaha Pro Team. And so it's a cool thing, 66,000 square foot facility. The youth volleyball players will train right alongside the professionals.
How great is this for University of Nebraska, Creighton University, UNO, to have such great, just a training ground,
Like a recruiting pool?
Yeah, incubator.
Well, workers have raised the tower crane at Mutual of Omaha's headquarters. It's another 80 feet taller than it was when we broadcast last week at this time. Actually raised it later in the day last Saturday. And the sheer tower core, the middle part that houses the elevators and all that, is now they're working on the 40th story. I believe they're going to pop it up another story today, if my sources are correct. So it's getting close. It's going to be a 44-story building eventually. So only a handful of stories left, but there's more length there, more height than you think to come. Must be like maybe a crown on the top or something like that. But eventually it'll be 677 feet tall.
You got some serious story envy, my friend. Every day in the office, hey, Trent, you hear about the crane going up? You love that stuff. What are you going to do when they stop raising it?
I'll think about that. Okay, Spencer Management plans to renovate a commercial building on the northeast corner of 39th and Ames Avenue. Just a small building, but nice to see some good renovation in North Omaha. It's an 845,000 square foot project, complete by next summer. And then Trent, you're a huge golfer, right?
Yes.
So
I'm huge.
Golf TRK. It's one word, golf, and then capital TRK. So I don't know if that's track.
Jeff and I golf weekly.
Golf trick, whatever it is. They're going to open in Elkhorn, 606 North 210th Street. Basically, that's in one of the new flex buildings that were recently completed south of the Union Bank Sports Complex. So call it like 210th and Dodge, north side of Dodge. 3,100 square foot space. This is a business out of Kansas City. Has two existing locations in Overland Park and Lenexa, Kansas, suburbs of Kansas City. It's a membership deal. Premier indoor golf facility with Trackman and Pull View bays available to paid members. If you're a non-member, you are able to book golf lessons and custom club fittings there. That'd be good for you.
I didn't know they had Pullman bays.
Centrist Federal Credit Union broke ground today on a full-service branch on the northwest corner. Actually, earlier this week, they broke ground. Full-service branch on the northwest corner of 192nd and Highway 370 in Gretna. Lately, it seems like half the things we report are at 192nd and Highway 370 in Gretna.
That Hy-Vee is there. That if you've got 3 hours and you really want to get your groceries done, world's largest Hy-Vee. It'll be interesting to see because Fleet Farm bought land a couple years ago, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's like a large department store.
We shall see. Very exciting to find out. And with that, we conclude today's News of the Week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com. Going to take our first break of the hour. And when we come back, we're going to introduce you to Frontier Bank. It's going to be this week's business feature. With us from Frontier Bank will be Jessica Wurtele and Cole Groteluschen. You're going to hear everything that they've got going on and learn a little bit about what's going on in the world of banking these days. So stay with us. You are listening to Grow Omaha, brought to you by Dingman's Collision Center, along with Cheer Athletics. We'll be back after this on News Radio 1110 KFAB. Okay, so guys, we'll just kind of generally go through the list, but sometimes you'll say something that will send us on a bit of a tangent, and so we'll just kind of go with that. When we ever have two people on a mic, the tendency is they don't get close enough. So
they put their arms around each other.
So really get in close to the mic.
And I kind of need you maybe a little around the corner, push the.
So you don't have to look at us because we're not that good looking.
So,
Do I need to do anything?
No.
No.
Me as well? Okay. We're gonna get close.
Sorry.
You're good. Get cozy here.
Yeah.
And then, you might want to get a little closer so you can get right into the mic.
I'll lean up too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I don't have to sit on your lap.
Yeah, you want to be about that far away.
This is an astronomer.
Just don't touch your lips.
It's on video.
Yeah, we're not
Just
video,
right? It is video.
How long have you guys been at the bank?
8 years.
I've been there for 15 years.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, both quite a while then.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's 15 years goes by way too fast. That's
I
for
know.
sure.
It is.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's been fun to see all the changes for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Where were you? Where were you guys before the current building?
168th and Pacific, kind of back there by your DMSI.
Oh, yeah.
That we were in like the back.
Okay.
Like everyone was like, "This is a bank." But it was never meant to be.
Right.
We just were
Kinda
trying to get a
temporary,
good location,
yeah.
and McNeil always had talked he was going to build that building. And it just kind of took a while.
That would do.
Yeah.
That's not far from my brother's dental office. He's about 170 something. And
Yes. Okay. Yep.
170?
170 something.
Oh, yeah.
So we're about 177th, I would think it is. And we have you on for 2 segments, so we'll just divide it. And then what we don't get to in the first, we'll tackle in the
Perfect.
second.
We'll go with the flow.
Yeah.
Tired of walking into a dull and uninspiring workspace? Want to inject some life into your environment? Look no further than Wrens, the local company that produces stunning interior branding. From eye-catching murals and window film to recognition and history walls and more. We have the expertise to transform your space. So,
Our
whether you're
Facebook
looking
is
to impress clients,
blowing up,
boost
isn't it?
morale, or simply
Are we
inject
still at
some
53,000
personal
something?
It's 54, 800, I think. So right around
Yeah,
there.
but 500 a week.
30 seconds, Judge.
All righty, thank you.
MBJ has less than 800.
Crazy.
50 years old. We like it. It's a different thing. People like brief.
All right. 10 seconds, guys.
Can't clear this.
Can you touch it? Can you touch it or just can't clear it?
Stop smoking.
Yeah, sure.
Finally.
He does a lot of barbecue.
What's happening in Washington? Then don't miss Bergen with Ted Cruz tomorrow night at 8, right here on News Radio 1110.
We started with one camera shoot.
And welcome back to the show. Jeff Beals and Trenton Maggot at your service. We're brought to you by Cheer Athletics and Dingman's Collision Center. Cheer Athletics is the nation's #1 all-star cheer gym. Fantastic way to get your kids involved so they can compete and learn all sorts of life skills. You can find the Omaha Cheer Athletics location in Papillion near Highways 50 and 370. Well, we are going to do a business feature this week, and it is Frontier Bank. And with us today from Frontier Bank would be Jessica Wurtele and Cole Groteluschen. Jessica leads the concierge business banking, and Cole specializes in private banking. So, Jessica and Cole, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Well, why don't we start by having you guys give us the 30,000-foot view of Frontier Bank and what this organization is all about?
Yeah, absolutely. So Frontier Bank, we are one of the top 10 largest banks in Nebraska with 7 locations spanning north to south on the east side of Nebraska. And our headquarters is at 132nd and Dodge Street. We are focused on really being engaged and involved with our clients and the communities that we serve.
And then how long has Frontier Bank been around?
Since 1880, so 145
Wow.
years.
Starting to get it figured out after 145 years, I would guess.
Like NP Dodge.
Yes, we've been around for a long time. So
talk about, I know it's a full-service bank, but talk to us a little bit about what that means to be a full-service bank.
Yeah, so we offer all of the kind of traditional banking services from obviously mortgage lending, construction lending to your commercial banking, and then of course private banking. So we do it all and have different kind of all the different services.
Okay, so Cole, since we've got you on the mic right now, you're into private banking. What is that all about, and what sorts of clients are you helping every day?
Yeah, so when I tell people what I do, I tell them, think kind of a little bit more specialized. We do lots of creative financing, so aircrafts, vacation homes, yachts, that type of fun stuff. But then, we also work, day to day with obviously business owners, professionals, physicians, people who, are looking kind of for a more tailored, banking experience. And, the one thing that makes us, I think, a little bit unique on that is we don't have an 800 number. So you're never going to call and, get transferred to somebody different. We've got a team. I've got a team that is dedicated to those that kind of work with our group. And so you're always going to work with somebody local who kind of sits, here and knows Omaha, and we really are invested in getting to know the customers that we work with.
So I'm starting to sense a theme with Frontier Bank. With both of you, Cole and Jessica, concierge banking, private banking, and there are a lot of big banks that are coming into this market now, and there's banks that have grown in this market. For me, I like the sense of knowing the bank officers, maybe knowing the head of the bank, and I'm not getting the planes and the yachts yet, but we'll see how this Omaha thing turns out. Are you getting an influx of people coming from the larger banks that feel like they're a number, or feel like they can't get a hold of anybody, or just don't recognize anybody anymore?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that is, kind of, one of our secret sauces is that, obviously we are a community bank. We're $1.5 billion, which doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people that don't know banking, but that puts us at a good size to be able to work with a majority of customers, especially corporate business people. And the thing that is beautiful is technology allows us to work with individuals, bank people, kind of really anywhere. One of my big clients is in Hawaii. I've got people kind of spread all over, so they can bank from their phone. We've got ability to kind of tailor that to allow them to really have access to whatever they need via technology.
So we are living in interesting times here in 2025. In some ways, the economy is great. In some ways, the economy is the opposite of great. It's just kind of it's a weird time, and we're starting to get used to what we consider higher interest rates now compared to what they were 5 years ago or what have you. But what are kind of some of the interesting economic situations you're seeing as it pertains to banking, and what circumstances are unique right now given the economy?
Yeah, I mean, obviously rates are our topic. They're topics on people that are borrowing. We're obviously, coming after the PPP. A lot of that money has left the banks, and so businesses are talking about managing their operating, and talking about businesses. Consumers are looking for ways to say tap equity or do something because they've all got low mortgage rates that they don't want to touch. And so rates are a big topic, but with that comes rates on deposit accounts, which are high, so that has helped. So we're also helping individuals manage and corporations manage their their business rates on cash and their other assets.
Jessica, so go ahead.
Oh, we got to take a break. So we're like right up against that, because when we come back with Jessica, we'll definitely want to get into some business banking stuff, but we have to get our middle of the show break in, and we appreciate our sponsors, Dingman's Collision Center and Cheer Athletics. We'll be chatting with Jessica Wurtele and Cole Groteluschen from Frontier Bank when we come back from the news on News Radio 1110 KFAB. Sorry about that. I was trying to get you to not move the microphone because it made a wretched sound on the radio.
I didn't see. Okay.
So I was trying to say, no, don't do that.
I didn't know that you wanted a break. I didn't feel it.
I wasn't going to. I was going to let you run one more question.
Okay. then I moved the microphone.
But then we
Well,
just
I did
said
it
what?
first.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys, that makes the worst noise on the radio. It sounds like this.
Yeah. So me going slow to try to be quiet
Doesn't do it,
makes
yeah.
it worse.
Yeah.
Sorry. About that.
It's okay.
Makes it longer. Yeah. So sorry to
Trained ears here at Steve on the
You guys do much commercial?
sorry to startle everyone.
Yes.
Or
Or
Joe Kirk
for
Hansen.
someone to go.
Yeah.
Kirk, so he works for us.
Oh, he's there. Okay. He was with First National a long time ago. I think.
We're so like,
I mean,
We can just lean forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing,
Except for
when you guys talk, don't be afraid to get close to it, okay?
Okay.
So,
I'll just lean in. We'll just leave it where it
just
is.
shove each other
You're
out.
right. If you touch it with your mouth, the rash only lasts about 6 years. You'll be fine.
All right. Got it.
So, what's your lending capability?
in-house, we can go up to 20 million.
Okay. So I think, so even though we're commercial real estate guys too, so we have a broad audience. We have older people, people that are doing homes and investments, and there's just so much money in Omaha.
it doesn't even work on this chair.
It's crazy. And
This is Gary's chair.
I want to get
don't know
into some
why he
of
loves
the
this chair so
concierge
much.
type
It falls
things and
apart.
what people may not realize that you can do with,
or you have your
because most people probably just have a savings account, a checking account, and
It's like that chair Grandpa has, it's
a money market account or
It
whatever.
reminds me of my dad. He didn't get
So when we
into
come back,
until
I'll just say, hey, I cut you off. You were going to talk to Jessica about concierge baking, and I'll let you
Okay.
tear back into that.
because it's his chair.
my grandpa's chair was duct taped on the side.
But it was comfortable for Grandpa. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jeff was talking about this tracks, and they ordered 60 or 70 chairs, and no one did the measurement or whatever, and the chairs are too big. The $300 chairs are too big for the tables.
Oh,
So
no.
they got to raise
So
the
they
tables.
replace all of them. But yeah, when I went to their Monday night because they had kind of a soft opening, so a few of us went there, and food is great, and the chairs are beautiful. But the problem is your knees. If this is the table, your knees right here.
Are the tables that nice that the chairs need to be replaced, or are the tables built in?
They're not built in, but I'm sure there's a reason why they decided to go with the chair replacement as opposed to the table
Or just-
replacement.
Or just get raise the tables?
But it's kind of like you're eating at a coffee table or something like that.
Well,
That was like when 30 Hop opened and somebody didn't line up all of the lights, right? If you
Oh, really?
noticed that, so they had to go in after and remove
I
all
was just
like,
there.
the
Like
stuff.
the
Yeah.
lights over the tables.
Yes, yeah.
They have great. Speaking of chicken, they have great hot wings at 30 Hop.
Okay.
Some of the better ones I've ever had.
so my friend Alex Harrington with Pickleman's, when he did 114th and Davenport, the contractor, the table heights go right. They're kind of put in like USB ports and outlets on every table, but they're right under the table. Like they're on the side of the table, you can't access them.
Of course.
You'd have to like pull the table out or something
Yeah.
like that. It's like, it's,
Oh, they're actually behind
Yeah.
the edge of the table. It's like here's the table, here's the. Oh, yeah, that's a mistake. That's a problem.
Seems like there's always something like
There's
that
always-
in those processes.
life with
But
in the world of interior
what's
build
interesting
out.
though is like the engineers and contractors I talked to is like it's slowing a little bit. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I think if you talk to like the designers and all of those.
More people are coming up for bids, and when they do a open bid or something like that, they're getting a lot of subs. They're getting. I'm busy. And,
Hot day today, partly sunny and a high of 91. And a chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight, mostly in the overnight hours with a low.
So speaking of real estate, there were supposedly a couple office buildings, big office buildings in downtown Denver that just sold for $3 a foot.
really?
Both of them. They both sold for $3 a foot. High rise office buildings in downtown.
Someone just wanted to dump them.
Yeah, these banks are probably dying, but markets like Denver that are really heavy on the remote work, a lot of tech stuff there. They're really hurting. And plus, downtown Denver's got bad, like with the homeless.
So you buy them for $3 a foot.
Smoking weed on the street.
You can get the taxes reduced somewhat, but you still got to maintain the physical plant, have engineers, and then
They probably would have sold them for $1 a foot if they could.
and then the conversion. If they can be converted, you can only use so many high-rise apartments.
Well, and a lot of them have floor plates that are too big for residential, like that old FMBO tower that New Style's doing. Fortunately, it's long and narrow, so it lends itself well to it. If you got one of those big full block, you can't turn that into residential.
I don't know. Your movie room only needs to be so big.
Yeah.
You guys do a lot of construction on this?
Of course,
we have an individual. That's all he does.
City of Chicago itself, Cook County. The roads are just
as evidenced by helping sponsor our show, thank you very much. It's hard to differentiate yourself, and
we have a lot of really good community banks.
I go see it tomorrow.
It's like you were saying, these big banks come in, but we don't really feel the impact.
So, I'll let you know.
Me and a partner developed 168th and Maple. There's a Wells Fargo there, and we did a land lease with Wells Fargo 20 years ago or something like that, and maybe less. And we sold the land lease and made a lot of money because it was Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
But there was a building envelope that Walmart approved, and a family office that was going to buy it. The first family office said, if we ever have to tear this building down, then we got to go to Walmart and redo the building envelope, which it was big enough, whatever. But I thought that, okay, didn't you think 5 years ago there'd be a lot less freestanding banks and
it's hard to staff.
And now,
we run into that and we're small.
Even I figure out how to make deposits by my phone.
All right, here we go.
They're popping out.
And welcome back to the show. Jeff Beals here, sitting next to Trenton Magid. Grow Omaha is brought to you by Cheer Athletics and Dingman's Collision Center. That is the Best of Omaha Frequent Award winner when it comes to auto body. They also do some mechanical work as well. Dingman's has 4 metro area locations. It's time for your Noddle Company's Commercial Real Estate Development Spotlight of the Week, in which we talk about a project or news in or around one of the many Noddle Company's projects in town. Noddle Company's is an outstanding developer headquartered here in Omaha, doing work nationwide. And in Omaha, Noddle Companies is famous for Exarban Village, the Builders District, Steel Ridge, and Gretna, Village Point Medical Center campus, west of Village Point, and so many others. Noddle Companies really is also a big community player, taking care of Omaha, being active in the community, and making our built environment even better. So, this week, for the Noddle Companies report, we go to the Builders District in North Downtown. And that is where we have a new event business, an event space, a venue, if you will, that's going to be called The Scene, S-C-E-N-E, The Scene. They are going into 735 North 14th Street. That is a former Urban Outfitters store located between Rally Coffee and Slowdown, the live music venue. And this space is 8,500 square feet. It is 2 stories. Trenton Urban Outfitters several years ago moved to Village Point.
I remember that store right next to Slowdown.
Yeah, very cool 2-level store. So that is going to be called The Scene. It will be an event rental place. My assumption would be weddings, corporate meetings, social stuff. Probably love being near the College World Series for those 2 weeks. And that is your Noddle Company's Commercial Real Estate Development Spotlight of the Week, brought to you by Noddle Companies, noddlecompanies.com. All right, we have with us Jessica Wurtele and Cole Groteluschen. They are from Frontier Bank. We're featuring Frontier Bank as our featured business of the week. And Trenton, before I rudely interrupted you, you were going to talk to Jessica about concierge banking.
Yeah, I just find it interesting that you hear about concierge medicine, concierge this and that, and people to run your errands and all this kind of stuff. Give us an idea of why concierge banking is so popular.
Yeah, absolutely. When you think of concierge, you think of personal service and expertise. It's a group of trusted advisors that work with your business clients to help elevate your business. You're growing the bottom line and increasing their efficiencies. So it's not, like Cole mentioned earlier, it's not calling a 1-800 number. It's really knowing who you're working with and developing that relationship to get your business to the next level.
So imagine a bank where you have a one point of contact. That person might give you to a specialist within the bank if necessary. But give us a few examples without naming people's names, obviously, but a couple of examples of what you've done for clients.
Absolutely. So we have one client that has been with us for 14 years. We gave them their first loan, and they opened their first deposit account with us. They're in the construction industry, and they have grown that business over the past 14 years. Now they have 12 locations and 16 branches, 12 states, and over 200 employees. So they've built a multi-million-dollar business, and we've been with them every step of the way, working with whether it be our lenders or our deposit staff, retail, treasury, all of that.
That's an industry where there's a lot of money involved, and sometimes they're waiting for their clients to pay, or the money's moving back and forth, and so you develop a sense of trust. And it's interesting that I've learned in my 32 years of commercial real estate is that I can get things done better the better I treat people, and the more I know somebody. It works so much better than trying to make new relationships all the time.
Absolutely. It's important to know who you're working with and for them to understand your business and be able to cater the services or the products to what your needs are instead of going to a traditional bank and they're just order takers. They're just fulfilling a need.
We're featuring Frontier Bank this week on Grow Omaha. We have with us Jessica Wurtele and Cole Groteluschen. And you guys, this is something I've always wanted to ask a banker. Large cash balances can be a big challenge for some businesses. You got the FDIC coverage and having to manage multiple accounts. How does Frontier Bank handle large balances and people juggling multiple accounts?
That's my problem.
Yeah, that's a great question. That can be very complex. And with that, we have customized solutions available to our clients that offers multi-million-dollar FDIC insurance coverage. They have one relationship with us. They receive one statement, and they don't have to bank with a whole bunch of different banks. It's simple, it's secure, and it gives you that peace of mind knowing that it is FDIC insured and you don't have to manage multiple banks.
What's the best way to get a hold of you guys at Frontier?
Yeah, you can stop by our location at 133rd and Dodge. You can search Frontier Bank Omaha, or you can give us a call, 402-330-4711, and you can ask for Cole or myself, Jessica, and we'd be happy to help you.
Imagine that, ladies and gentlemen, actually knowing your banker, know who's in charge of your money.
Kind of nice. And let's say, you guys, there's someone listening here today, and they think, hey, kind of wouldn't mind checking out this Frontier Bank. And sometimes people think, I'd like to do that, but it's such a pain to switch banks. If someone wanted to move their business to you, how long does it take, and how big of a pain is it?
Great question. I get that all of the time. What we do is we will take care of all of the heavy lifting. We had someone switch over last week. In a half an hour, they had the account open, checks, and a debit card in their hand, and access to online banking. So we'll take care of it. Just contact us, and that's all you need.
Goes pretty fast. Well, we appreciate you guys joining us today. Jessica Wurtele and Cole Groteluschen, Frontier Bank, outstanding Omaha company, and thanks for sharing us a little bit about the bank.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.
Our pleasure. All right, Jessica Wurtele and Cole Groteluschen, Frontier Bank. We're going to take our final break of the hour, and when we come back, you know what that means. It's time for your Perkins Kreitzer Construction Lightning Round, in which we talk about a lot of things really fast, and I'm looking at the list. It's a big list. You don't want to miss any of this. This is going to be your ammunition for the cocktail party or the barbecue you attend tonight. So stay with us. You're listening to Grow Omaha. It's brought to you by Dingman's Collision Center, Cheer Athletics, and Perkins Kreitzer Construction on News Radio 1110 KFAB. Good job, guys.
That
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
That
Is
goes
it?
fast.
Did well. It does go fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's interesting though is your friends for 4 months like, did I hear on the radio last weekend? Like it has a shelf life.
Yeah.
And you can link the interview, and Chris will cut it down the interview that'll be on our YouTube and podcasts and stuff like that. So then you can send the link to people.
Well, in Trenton, we're actually going to, we have like an ongoing kind of campaign going. We'll be, through digital ads and stuff, we'll be putting this out for several months to come. So
Oh,
there
that's
should be
awesome.
You guys want some pictures?
Love it,
Some still
yeah.
pictures or something?
Well,
Of these guys in the studio?
we can take a still from the video
Oh,
like
okay.
itself.
Okay.
But yeah, if you,
Or do you want
How does that come out?
you want a couple posed pictures?
We can grab a couple.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here.
Yeah.
Here, might as well.
yeah,
Yeah, doesn't hurt.
He's a professional photographer.
yeah.
Don't cost you anything.
Professional video.
Tara Gotcha, he did an interview. He reviewed the restaurant, and they liked it so much they put it on their national
Hey, Jeff.
website,
You'll have
and
about
asked
10
if they could
minutes.
use his pictures for
I got a little
advertising.
more content this week than usual, so that's good.
All right.
Yeah, that would be great to get
Get in here.
Get in here.
Yeah.
Make friends.
friends.
Get my good side.
Which side is that, John?
The back.
Unfortunately, not the side you're looking at.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkie. With
See, Trenton said I'm a
instant
professional. Now I gotta
LTE
really-
nationwide coverage.
Live up here.
Really zhuzh it up for you.
Yeah, no
Okay.
pressure, right?
No pressure at
No
all.
contracts, no hassle. Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Professional cell phone photographer.
Yep. And Jeff can just email those.
All right, 30 seconds.
Yeah, if you send them to me, Chris, I can get them to Dan. So.
Yeah.
You can stick around if you want. Just see, write it out. Stay for the after party. Meet the band.
Breakfast from Broncos.
All right, 10 seconds, guys. Here we go.
You can win tickets to see Heart with Cheap Trick December 2nd at Baxter Arena. Enter to win right now at kfab.com/contest.
And back to Grow Omaha, brought to you by Dingman's Collision Center, along with Cheer Athletics, the nation's #1 all-star cheer gym. All right, it's time for your Perkins Kreitzer Construction Lightning Round, in which we talk about a lot of things in a very short period of time. Thanks to Perkins Kreitzer Construction for making this possible. They are a Class A general contractor headquartered right here in Omaha, but serving all of eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. They'll even go out as far as North Platte, Nebraska, if you got a project out there. So they have a very experienced team. It is led by the one and only Dave Kreitzer, someone that Trenton and I have gotten to know well, and does a great job with his projects. You can always tell a Perkins Kreitzer construction project because everything is done so well and so meticulously. And the clients that use them are always so happy. A lot of their project managers have 30 years experience or more in the construction industry. Perkins Kreitzer can help you with interior build-out or built from the ground up office, education, industrial buildings, retail buildings, religious buildings, you name it, they can do it. You can find Perkins Kreitzer Construction online at p-cconstruction.com. All right, Trenton, Flora Cafe opened last week at 1009 Farnham Street. That's 10th and Farnham, right across the street from Jean Leahy Mall, so along the south side of Jean Leahy Mall. It is in the former Matsui space. Flora Cafe, authentic Mexican brunch. And Trenton, can I make a confession?
Yes, sir.
I've got another restaurant review. I went to Flora Cafe for lunch yesterday. Loved it. Loved it.
Really?
Yeah, highly recommend it. They advertise themselves as a Mexican brunch restaurant, and I figured when I was downtown yesterday, well, 12:30 is brunch time. I bet they have some lunch food. I went in, and not only did they have lunch food, it was really, really good.
It's hard to stand out in the Mexican restaurant business, just like in banks.
They do, though. Yeah, so I'd definitely go back. All right, let's get in some of our other items. The Mill Coffee and Tea will open a shop in the former Starbucks location at 222 South 15th Street. That is in the north tower of the Twin Towers that are now known as the Duo. It's the southwest corner of 15th and Douglas Street. So the Duo is being developed by Todd Heastand and his wife Mary. They are the owners of New Style Development, which single-handedly has transformed urban Omaha
No question.
over the last 30 years. The Duo is coming along really nicely. In the South Tower, you have Sullivan's Steakhouse, which has been there, is there, and will continue to be there. The Starbucks left, and that is going to be the Mill Coffee and Tea. The Mill is originally out of Lincoln, but a couple years ago, they opened up a very nice shop on the Leavenworth corridor at about 30-something. That's a really good coffee shop.
People talk about that. That's another crowded segment.
Yeah, so at any rate, it'll be nice to see the Mill coming to downtown Omaha. Vasa Fitness is opening soon at 909 Fort Crook Road in Bellevue in the former No Frills grocery store space. It's very close to the South Roads. I don't know if we still call it South Roads Mall or if we just call it the South Roads. But
this is an old Albertsons space originally, wasn't it?
Oh, was it Albertsons at one point?
I think it was Albertsons, yeah.
They all blend together. But yeah, Vasa Fitness, they are out of Salt Lake City, Utah. They have an existing location in West Omaha in a former Shopko, southwest corner of 144th and Center. And from what I hear and from what I notice when I look at the cars in the parking lot, pretty popular place.
Hopefully this will leave some of the parking there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a completely different part of the metro area, so maybe it will, maybe it won't.
Because you're probably always going to the kids' indoor play area next door, so you want to get parking.
Nice try. No, I'm going to the McDonald's next to it because I have an addiction to McDonald's iced tea, and I go to all of the McDonald's for McDonald's iced tea.
I did learn that I'm more well received there when I bring kids with me.
Okay, so moving right along, construction is progressing on a future Hawaiian Brothers Island Grill restaurant going into the former Boston Market building in Miracle Hills. That's 704 North 114th Street. Now, that Miracle Hill Shopping Center there was renovated by Perkins Kreitzer Construction, by the way. At any rate, Hawaiian Brothers' first Nebraska location opened a year and a half ago in Gretna, southwest of Interstate 80 and Highway 370. Kansas City-based Hawaiian Brothers now has 65 locations in 12 states. We have a restaurant called Stella's. No, they don't serve hamburgers on a napkin and are not famous for the Stellanator. That's down in Bellevue. This is Stella's Ice Cream, which is now open at 4002 North 203rd Street in Elkhorn. That's a little bit northeast of 204th and West Maple Road, close to an existing Jimmy John's and Little Caesars. Stella's Ice Cream, based in Idaho. It's a chain that offers ice cream, baked goods, floats, and even gluten and dairy-free options.
Jeff, I hate to cut in, but September 8th or sooner, Dean Hodges, the owner of Hawaiian Brothers, says that's when the new Miracle Hills location will open for Hawaiian Brothers.
Breaking news right here on Grow Omaha's Lightning Round, Perkins Kreitzer Construction Lightning Round. A pho noodle restaurant is planned for a retail bay in the Whispering Ridge Shopping Center along West Maple Road. They're early, just getting building permits right now. It's a 2,000 square foot space. Exact address is 172nd and Evans Street, which runs parallel south of Maple. Nectar Juice Bar opened its first Nebraska location this week in the former Phoenix Pool and Spa space, 1405 South 204th Street. That is between, it's really close to Elkhorn South High School, if that helps you out a little bit. Nectar is an award-winning juice bar concept offering juices, smoothies, acai bowls, healthy snacks. They have 200 restaurants nationwide, and were only founded back in 2020, so they're growing quickly. And then we have Tasty. How do you pronounce the Vietnamese word N-G-O-N? Is it non? Nagon? Non or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Tasty Non. Let's call it Tasty Non Kitchen and Bar.
It looked like noggin to me.
It opened last month at 2112 North 30th Street. That is in the Highlander Dining Room. The Highlander is a really cool urban renewal development right there on that 30th Street corridor. They're in the same place as Big Mama's, which is world famous. So they just opened last month. Godfathers will hold a grand reopening celebration tomorrow. for its remodeled store at 108th and West Maple. A lot of times you think of Godfather's as carryout. They actually have a party room that can accommodate 70 guests.
Not only that, but they've announced another location at Coventry, 204th and Q, southwest corner. So when's the last time you heard of a new ground-up Godfather's? I mean, we all grew up with it.
It's been a while.
392. I actually know the old number at Rockbrook Village.
It is under construction now. Got a couple closings. Bernie's Pizza Parlor at 135th and Cotner in Old Millard, permanently closed July 16th. They had been located over on Q Street for forever, but they moved a couple years ago into this other space, not quite as visible as the old one, and unfortunately they are now gone. And Voodoo Taco has unfortunately closed its 2502 Farnham Street location downtown, but their other locations in Exarban Village, the Old Market, and Nebraska Crossing remain open. All right, we have Omaha Headshot Company has relocated to its own dedicated space at 144th and F Street. This is in a building that also has Pizza Hut and Senor Tequila restaurant. This is after they operated for 7 years in the shared Studio 108 space near 108th and Q. They were founded in 2006 as Lane Photographics. The business rebranded in 2019 to specialize in headshot and commercial photography. And then we have Hamro Brands, an Asian grocery store, has moved to 62nd and Ames Avenue. The building had long been underutilized or vacant before Hamro opened in March of this year. But this year, the city council approved a liquor license for that establishment. The store sells fresh, frozen, and packaged food, seafood, clothing, and household good items.
Frozen clothing?
Frozen items and some clothing.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the music is playing, which means that we have to stop talking and wish everyone well. Hope everyone has a great week. I'm Jeff Beals.
And I'm Trenton Magid.
You've been listening to Grow Omaha, which is brought to you, as always, by Dingman's Collision Center, Cheer Athletics, the nation's #1 all-star cheer gym, and Perkins Kreitzer Construction. We'll chat with you next week at 9, right here on News Radio 1110 KFAB.
If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.